What does Islam say about Apostle Paul?
About what?
Paul. What does
Paul.
Islam
What does
say
Islam
about
say about Paul? Islam doesn't, there's no consensus message about Paul. But let me tell you about Paul. Paul is someone on the day of judgment I don't want to be anywhere near. First and foremost. I want to know what's waiting for him. But Paul is someone who I'm not sure, and no scholar that I've spoken to is sure, what happened with Paul. Was he a saboteur? Was he a saboteur in order to disrupt Christianity or what the followers of Jesus were doing from within? Or was he just fooled by Satan on the road to Damascus when he thought he saw Jesus? That we cannot answer, whether it was blatant or whether he was fooled. But one thing we do know is he destroyed the teachings of Jesus. He told people to break the law. In Galatians, he commanded them to break the law. He said the law is cursed, and Jesus was cursed on behalf of it to remove it from us. And Jesus said anybody who breaks the law and tells someone to break the law, they are the lowest person in the kingdom of heaven. So Paul either was a saboteur or he himself was fooled and duped. But even when Paul met the disciples of Jesus, when he met Barnabas, they had a falling out because Barnabas said, hold on a second.
What a joke. I worked my off to get where I am. And you take these shortcuts and you think suddenly you're my peer? I committed my life to this. You don't slide into it like a cheap pair of slippers and then reap all the rewards.
I thought you were proud of me.
I was. The law is sacred. This is not a game. You have to know on some level, I know you know I'm right. You know I'm right.
And he fell out with the other disciples when they got to know him.
I don't care about it. It's nothing to me. It's a bacterium. I travel in worlds you can't even imagine. You can't conceive of what I'm capable of. I'm so far beyond you. I'm like a in human clothing. Lightning bolts shoot from my fingertips.
And Paul, when he returned to Jerusalem, at the last part of his life, Paul returned to Jerusalem. Does anyone know what the city of Jerusalem did? They all came out to kill him. They all came out to kill him. And the guards of Caesar came and got him and protected him and took him away. And that was the end of what we know about Paul. So Paul did not really see eye to eye with the disciples nor the followers of Jesus at any point. It was the later churches and the letters that were written to churches who were outside of Jerusalem, who were outside of the disciples' reach, that Paul had an influence on. But we don't have time for the history of Paul. I wish we did. Paul's an interesting man.